into Island Breeze app. 10 videos in 10 minutes. How exciting that you're back! Oh, we're on number 4 right now. So, very exciting stuff. We're going to be focusing on our feet. Yes, we're going to focus on our feet. How important it is for our feet to actually have a focus on, to be honest, it's crazy. We don't even think about how much we store in our feet whilst everything is connected, right? So when we release something in our feet, what can happen is a lot of knots can come loose just because of this stretch, because of this focus point. So let's hop in straight away because I'm actually kind of excited, not gonna lie. So comfortable seat is very important. If you want to sit this time on a stool, that's fine too, because we're gonna massage our feet and then we're gonna actually stretch it. So we're gonna warm it up by massaging it and then we're gonna stretch it. But first and foremost, let's find some stillness for ourselves because you did arrive, you did show up again. So let's just hone into that 1 minute of silence where we really hone in and bring our thoughts to our navel and really, really dive deep in that. That's silence. Beautiful, beautiful bit of silence. It's so nice to find that space for yourself. And it's funny because when you try, and let's actually start straight away with warming up the feet whilst I'm talking. So what I'm doing, I'm using my thumbs to make this motion on my feet. I'm wearing socks, so if you don't like touching your feet when they're bare feet, then wear socks. And if you don't like touching your feet at all, then wait till maybe 4 minutes in or 5 minutes into the video, we get into the stretch of it. So let's warm it up first by giving it some love with our thumbs. But as I was saying, the silence that you find within yourself when you have a racing mind, like so many thoughts, so many ideas, so many things in your mind, which is exactly how I feel most of the time. It can stop you sometimes from actually finding that rest that you actually need because you're on the go. So your body's always on the go. So like finding the actual space, even if it's only for sleeping, that 8-hour sleep maybe that you don't even get. Is it sometimes nice to just find the silence by just taking 1 second. Just be silent. You know? Alright. As we did that with our thumbs, we're now going to bring our fists into the mix. Bringing this motion on our fist, on our feet, connection, throwing it up into the air. Beautiful. From back to front. Feels so nice. Don't you believe? Stunning, 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 stunning. Alright, let's switch it up. Let's do our left side this time. Starting with our thumbs. Honing deep. We're going to do specifically one deep stretch. Why? Is because I've seen so much benefits by doing this stretch. In my yogi students, in myself, I just find it such a massive tool that is so simple. It is so simple. Your toes are involved. There's so much involved. It's such a simple exercise that I'm literally like, people need to know about this. They need to know about this because, you know, using our fist, here it comes. From down to up. You feel that warmth. It's always nice to just give some love. You walk on your feet all day long. So, really, really giving it. It's funny because obviously my app is called Island Breeze and I'm wearing a wool hoodie. But don't worry, it's temporary. It's cold where I am right now, but the Island Breeze is still alive, so we keep that Island Breeze vibe going. Alright. Nice and warm, nice and warm, nice and warm. Give an applause to on your feet. Alright, let's hop into our stretch this time. So if you didn't want to do the warm up and you're holding it now, so welcome back. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tuck our toes out. So what we do is you're on your all fours, your toes are tucked, and basically what you do is you find your weight. Yeah. So as you find more and more pressure by walking yourself up, seated, you will feel that there's more and more weight and more pressure on your feet. And let's try and see if we can go from a big toe to a pinky toe, extending that stretch fully from one side to the other. Ooh, I feel that. I'm going to use my hands on my thighs to give a little bit less pressure. And we'll start breathing very deeply in and out. Beautiful. In and out. In and out. Let's do this for 5 more. And out. For 4. And out. For 3. And out. You got this. For 2. And out. For 1. And out. Bring yourself back to less pressure on top of the toes. Let them lie nicely. Oof, that's intense, that's intense. And sway your hips from side to side whilst you're sitting on your knees. Yes, feel that on top, feel that on top, feel that on top. Beautiful. The option to do this again. Yes, to do this again. You have a choice. We're going to do a short 3 breaths if you like to. If you don't, you can go into child's pose already. That's where we were finishing off today. So otherwise, tuck your toes for one last time. Find your pressure point. What do you need? Do you need less? Do you need more? I think I'm going to be here right now. For 3. Feel all those toes. For 2. Last one, deep breath in. And your sun toes come together, knees as wide as the mat. Drop yourself all the way down on your child's pose. And we're going to be staying here to close up our class. Do love me some child's pose. It's always important to send that love to those muscles that don't really have that tension or doesn't have that, with a simple exercise actually doesn't really, is used all day but doesn't have the reset or the relax for that, you know? So it's very nice that we have that option for this specific exercise. You can do wherever you are and you can see and feel such a difference so quickly. Beautiful. You can stay here for the rest of your session, but we're going to close off by thanking you for joining today. We do a 3 deep breaths in, sigh it out. Here it goes. Sigh it out. Breathe in. Sigh it out. Last one in. And sigh it out. Thank you so much for joining. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.